Last week on Impact's historic 200th episode, we witnessed a chink in the main event Mafia armor. On the heels of Bobby Lashley rejecting Kurt Angle's offer to join the Mafia, Mick Foley pinned Kevin Nash, thanks to Lashley and Sting, to become the Legends champion. The title win was huge for the morale of the TNA Originals in their ongoing battle for power with the main event Mafia, as the dominant all-world champion elite faction no longer holds 3 championship belts.
Well, I'm hoping that Kurt Angle will address that situation of highway robbery, because that's what it was, as Mick Foley uses a man advantage, bringing Sting into the equation, and then with Bobby Lashley himself using a 3-on-2 advantage to steal the Legends Championship from Kevin Nash.
One would expect that Kurt Angle is going to address not only Mick Foley's Legends title win, but also his arrival with Eric Young.
Last week, a great injustice was done. Last week here on Impact, at the end of the show, Mick Foley allegedly won the TNA Legends title from Kevin Nash by pinning him. Now, before you people get all excited, I said alleged, because 2 things went wrong in that match. 1, Sting was up in the crowd, causing a distraction. Shut your mouth. Causing a distraction when he let the lights go out in the arena. And when the lights came up, Bobby Lashley finally got to the ring and caused all of the damage. Bobby Lashley caused all of the damage, but Bobby Lashley was not the legal man. Bobby Lashley should have been right over here in this corner.
Great point.
See, I was right here with Mick Foley in my ankle lock. Mick was ready to tap out. Bobby Lashley should have been here in his corner. Bobby Lashley did not do that. Therefore, the match is null and void. I talked to the TNA, shut your mouth.
Let him talk, people.
I talked to the TNA board of directors, and they agreed. They agreed that the match was a sham. But we both agreed to let the outcome stand on one condition: that Kevin Nash get another shot at the TNA Legends title at Hard Justice, where he will win the title and also end Mick Foley's career. You see, Mick Foley, Sting, Bobby Lashley, they don't like to play by the rules. They're desperate men with desperate measures, which has forced me, the godfather of the main event Mafia, to protect my family. This is my family. Which in turn has forced me to strike a deal.
We are elite.
The limo arrival from earlier today gave us a hint that the main event Mafia and World Elite, well, that they were both on the same page. But after just hearing from Kurt Angle that he has struck a deal, I've got to tell you, I fear the worst.
Well, he was forced to do this. I mean, Kurt Angle has to protect himself. He has to protect his family, the main event Mafia. I mean, we saw last week that there's no limit to what Mick Foley and Sting and Lashley will do to get their point across. And when you're the world champion, when you got all the stroke, you can't be having to look behind you all the time when you're making decisions. I think this is going to be the right move, and I'm really interested to see what the World Elite has to say about all this.
And think of how this affects the World Elite, the all-foreign contingent with their leader Eric Young, Sheik Abdul-Bashir, Kiyoshi, and the British Invasion. To me, the association with Kurt Angle and the main event Mafia, it just takes World Elite up several notches.
Gives them a lot of credibility.
Now, before we start this celebration, this union as one. Eric, I just want to say what an honor and a privilege it is to be doing business with you.
His hair looks good.
Thank you, Kurt. The World Elite and the Main Event Mafia together as a team, I have no doubts in my mind we will be revered as the greatest team of professional wrestlers ever assembled. It is both my honor and my deep privilege to be taking over TNA side by side, the greatest professional wrestler to ever live, Kurt Angle.
I've always said that Eric Young has a great eye for talent. I mean, you've heard me say it many times. Kurt Angle, greatest ever.
And be assured, my men are 100% dedicated to the cause. We're willing to do whatever it takes. And I mean whatever it takes. It's sad. It's sad, though, because it didn't have to be like this. You see, if the disgusting, sick, selfish fools of this nation would have given us the respect that we deserve.
Shut up! He has his own opinion. Keep your mouth shut.
And treated us like stars. We're stars, Kurt, just like you guys. This could have all been avoided, but we got to keep our eyes on the prize. Because, see, it's not just about Bobby Lashley and Mick Foley and everybody else in TNA. This is about an entire nation. A disgusting nation that should be held personally responsible. A sick nation that should feel deep, terrible guilt for what we're about to do to your heroes. After all, it's your fault. Boys, let the cleansing begin.
The formal announcement of the Main Event Mafia and World Elite joining forces. Well, that just gives Kurt Angle and company everything that they need to dominate here in TNA.
Strong, passionate words there from Eric Young, and you heard him. Let the cleansing begin. I don't know what's in store for the rest of the TNA roster tonight, but I'll tell you what, I'm not leaving this seat. I can promise you that.
The Army has been assembled to go to war to get reactions from Mick Foley. Let's go to JB.
Well, my friend, I can honestly tell you I never thought I would see the day Eric Young and Kurt Angle side by side, embracing in the middle of the six-sided ring together. What's this about?
Hey, it's the wrestling business, JB. Anything can and will happen. Eventually, everybody's ego takes over, and they think they're bigger than the business. Trust me, JB, nobody is bigger than the business. No one person is bigger than TNA.
What do you intend to do about all this?
What do I intend to do? I'm going to war, JB. That's what I intend to do. Strap yourself in, because I have a feeling that this night will be one that neither one of us will ever forget.
It's showtime, Mick.
Let's do it.